Welcome back to the Yaffe program, right here on News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Appreciate you joining the show today. If you miss any of the show live, the podcast is available anywhere podcasts are available, or go to WVNN.com. All right, let's get to those Alabama headlines. Right now, we have the Alabama bullet points.
Alabama bullet points. Today's headlines from around the Yellowhammer State.
Sponsored by Larry's Pistol and Pawn. Tell you more about them in a moment. Number 4 today calls for the assignment of Space Command HQ to come to Huntsville, Alabama. Continue with U.S. Representative Robert Aderholt. He directed his remarks on the issue to the acting Secretary of the Air Force during a hearing in Congress this week. He said, as you well know, the United States Space Command was established more than 6 years ago, and it's been basically homeless ever since. Despite the Air Force having identified Redstone Arsenal in North Alabama as the preferred location back in 2021, said the service has yet to designate a permanent location. Said, however, I look forward to working with you and the incoming secretary to finalize the basing decision that was validated by the Inspector General. So, why isn't this done yet? Let's get this done already. I'm getting a little tired of talking about it, honestly. Just bring it here already. Number 3 today, Birmingham Waterworks Board attempts to kind of get out of the mess that they've created, years in the making. Also, the mayor of Birmingham, Randall Woodfin, says the new legislation is racially motivated. I find that amazing. I'm sorry. It's just, you're telling me that the Alabama legislature wanted to look into a local water board issue because they're racist? Like, come on. Trust me, I seriously thought the legislature really even wanted to do this, but it had to be done. Now, Birmingham city leaders have voiced strong opposition to this bill. It alters the composition of the Birmingham Waterworks Board. The bill, which was passed by the Alabama legislature, transitions municipal waterworks boards of a certain size into regional boards. It only affects this one, and it was directed at them because they're corrupt. Everything they just say, oh, you're racist. All right, number 2 today, Governor Kay Ivey signs Lulu's law to launch a shark alert system on Alabama beaches. That's right, Alabama is taking new steps to enhance safety along its Gulf Coast beaches with the signing of House Bill 437, known as Lulu's Law. Governor Kay Ivey officially signed the legislation earlier this week, creating a shark alert system designed to notify beachgoers and first responders of shark activity in Baldwin and Mobile counties. Named after the Birmingham teen Lulu Gribben, the bill authorizes the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources to implement the new alert system. Now, the law allows emergency management agencies in Mobile and Baldwin counties to send targeted alerts to mobile devices in the event of a shark sighting or attack. Now, first responders will also receive direct notifications under the new protocol. So I'm pretty sure this is something that got bipartisan support, pretty much just common sense. It's good that they're making this effort, I think. And number 1 today, Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth slams the failure of the legislature to pass a religious instruction bill. It's kind of like a religious liberty bill. We're going to talk more about this probably in the next segment. I'll read what Ainsworth said. But he's blaming lobbyists for getting involved, and I'm sure that was a part of this. But it's one of those issues that should be kind of like a no-brainer to most conservatives. And in a state like this, we should just be able to pass it easily. But, we're not as conservative as we think we are, I guess. All it would do is allow for a voluntary elective where you don't even do it on campus. You can leave and get certain religious instruction. It's a voluntary elective. So I look at this and I'm like, well, at least we still have school choice now. This was the reason we needed something like school choice. So there you go. Got to tell you about the sponsor of the Bullet Points once again, Larry's Pistol and Pawn. You know, two great locations. There's one in Madison off Greenbrier Exit 3. Yes, it's next to the big rusty water tower, so you know exactly where that is. Another in Huntsville off North Memorial Parkway. And you also know that, well, this Sunday is Mother's Day. Have you got your mom or your wife something really, really nice? How about some jewelry? How about some antique jewelry? How about some permanent jewelry? How about large estate pieces? How about maybe a luxury watch, earrings, necklaces? They have all of that and more, gold, silver, and more at Larry's Pistol and Pawn. They're jewelry professionals. They're able to size rings, repair mountings, and create custom pieces, all for the best prices around. That's a really big deal. So I'm not really sure what you're waiting for. Go to the store today. They have great customer service, and I know time's running out to get something nice for your wife or your mom for Mother's Day. So go to Larry's Pistol and Pawn, one in Madison, one in Huntsville. And you can see more of what I'm talking about right now at pistolandpawn.com. Also find out about their 90-day layaway specials that they have. So go to pistolandpawn.com. It's pistolandpawn.com. When you go, let them know Yaffe was the one who sent you. So we have a lot more to get to on the show today. Like I said, there's some stuff that was able to pass in the Alabama legislature. I want to get Chris's take on that. Later on, we got to talk India, Pakistan. We got to talk Trump's trip to Iran. He wants to rename the Persian Gulf, which is pretty funny, I guess. And also, haven't talked too much about this on the show yet, but I want to today, the Shiloh Hendricks issue and what's kind of the proper way to react to all of this. Sort of a split among conservatives about that. So we'll get to all of that next on the Yaffe program.
It's the Yaffe program on WVNN.